Is Bitcoin sustainable? And what's the true carbon footprint of this decentralized internet money? This is gonna be an awesome episode, so make sure to stay tuned and watch until the end. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Chris and welcome back to the Lifestyle Design Show. And as you may know, sustainability is huge for me and it's important to a lot of people. Green investing is gaining popularity for investors who care about positive environmental, social, and government standards, also known as ESG investing. And because of this eco-friendly push, Bitcoin's energy usage often gets criticized, with the main headline being that Bitcoin uses more energy than the country of Norway. And yeah, that's true, but there's more to the story. Let's first talk about the problems that Bitcoin is attempting to solve. You see, with paper money, there's a central bank or authority, and they have total control, saying who owns what or how. Paper money also has inflation. The US dollar loses on average 2% every single year, with some periods even seeing higher rates of inflation. Bitcoin aims to solve these problems. It's an attempt to build a decentralized digital replacement for money. And we're seeing history unfold in front of our eyes, because Bitcoin will continue to become legitimized and validated as a currency. Recently in El Salvador, Bitcoin became an official currency alongside of the US dollar. And as more retail traders and institutions alike begin to enter the crypto sphere, Bitcoin will continue its exponential mass adoption. That all sounds great, but why does Bitcoin consume energy at all? It's because Bitcoin uses a proof of work system that requires a global network of computers running around the clock. It needs energy to ensure the continued functionality of a public and shared transactional ledger. And it's a huge ledger, processing $10 to $20 billion every single day. And it stores about $600 billion in wealth. Bitcoin miners work to gain the privilege of writing new transactions on the blockchain. Mining also allows the free market to gain new issuance of Bitcoin. And that's where the majority of Bitcoin's energy usage comes from, the new issuance of coins. And it's the same with gold. Most of its energy output is due to extraction rather than transfers. So at this point, we know why Bitcoin is important and we know why it uses energy. But what's the solution? First, energy consumption must be evaluated neutrally. Some questions that we have to ask ourselves are, do we enjoy watching internet TV in the evenings? Or do we ever play computer video games? What about writing emails? All of these activities require electricity. But what matters more is whether it comes from brown or green sources. Brown electricity comes from coal or gas. But green electricity comes from hydropower, solar, or wind. And that's where Bitcoin comes in, because the Bitcoin network currently uses about 39% from green energy sources, based off of a study from the University of Cambridge. Now, that doesn't make electricity consumption any better, but it does put it in a different context, because there's a reason that Bitcoin needs electricity. It's storing a massive amount of wealth on its network. And Bitcoin might not matter to everyone, but it matters to a lot of people in places where their monetary system makes them very unfree. Some examples would be Venezuela, Nigeria, Kenya, and Turkey, as well as places where their national currencies are very unstable. So as a neutral global monetary network, Bitcoin has a valid claim on some of society's resources. But with that said, there's still a huge movement for Bitcoin using more green energy, especially since green energy is more economically efficient for miners. Let's look at some of the Bitcoin mining statistics. Are you ready for some numbers? Miners consume about 0.26% of the world's electricity. They consume about 0.11% of the world's energy. Mining energy is estimated at 39% from renewable sources. And Bitcoin mining is responsible for about 0.1% of the world's CO2 emissions. Now, let's look at some comparables. Bitcoin's energy consumption is about 12 times smaller than always-on electric devices in the home. The US military is responsible for about 7 times Bitcoin's CO2 emission. Tumble dryers in your home use about 1.6 times Bitcoin's CO2 emissions. And the carbon emissions from the financial sector are about 27 times that of Bitcoin. Now, if you compare Bitcoin's energy uses to other countries, the energy used is only about 0.7% of China's energy usage and about 1.7% of the US. It's also worth noting that Bitcoin miners are highly modularizable, meaning they can shuttle back and forth to different locations if they want to, and pick the best type of energy that's available. Bitcoin's energy consumption is also highly flexible, meaning miners can exploit imbalances where energy would otherwise be lost to the grid. They can buy electricity during slow times and stop buying electricity during peak hours, which actually means that miners are helping the market as a whole. In contrast, gold mining can never be green because it relies on the physical sifting of ore. Now you may be wondering, will the Bitcoin Lightning Network help it be more sustainable? The answer is not really. The Lightning Network will take Bitcoin transactions off-chain, setting up channels between users, basically a second layer to Bitcoin. And this will reduce the amount of transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain, but there won't be a significant reduction of energy use because most of Bitcoin's energy is used up during new issuance of coins. Now you might be wondering if proof of stake will offer a solution for Bitcoin to be more sustainable. While proof of stake technology is amazing, it's not feasible for Bitcoin because the computational power behind Bitcoin, the proof of work model, is required for the security of the network. So the best bet for Bitcoin to become greener is for miners to continue utilizing more and more green energy and to keep the current proof of work model that Bitcoin has been using. But I will say that altcoins that do use proof of stake, like Ethereum 2.0 and Cardano, are significantly greener, and they may be a good replacement for paper money with frequent peer-to-peer transactions. Specifically, Ethereum 2.0 has me really excited because software developers at Ethereum have been working on this for years, which they say will use 99% less energy. Let me know your thoughts about the energy consumption of Bitcoin and if there's any innovations that excite you for the future of green Bitcoin mining. Something that really piqued my interest was Elon Musk talking about a space heater that could also double as a Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Dogecoin mining rig.
I have this idea, which is kind of off the wall, but like, let's say you need a little space heater, and normally your space heater would just be pure entropy. Well, what if that space heater was also a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge mining node? Pick your currency. And so then you'd be heated up, and you would also mine your crypto and have connectivity in one.
I love that idea.
Yeah, I mean, better than running a space heater.
Pretty cool idea. So in summary, yes, Bitcoin does use a lot of energy, but it's worth it. And in my opinion, Bitcoin has actually become a symbol for the green revolution. There's an international community all working together on the same mission to build a better future of sustainability and fairness and create an alternative to fiat paper money. Make sure to subscribe so you can see my next video all about Ethereum 2.0. As always, this is not financial advice, and make sure to always do your own research. Thanks so much for watching. Quick song I wrote about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, it's a global network with no central authority. It's decentralized and it's totally fair. Bitcoin, you're becoming more green every day. Bitcoin. What an interesting way to end the video. See you guys next time.